goodness gracious, what type of universe are we living in? Just when you're doing your daily rounds in Universe 8, Sector 4, suddenly you find a random species, a human no less, just wandering around, frozen in the dead of night. What's that about? And now the poor thing is, you're even more cold than you would be with cryogenesis. The poor thing is frozen solid, only the eyes are moving. Oh dear, oh dear. Just, my friend, just please follow this just for a moment. You must understand that we are friends and we are going to help you, but we just need to understand why. Why are you out there, and more importantly, how are you possibly alive? These are questions that we need to understand, and in order to do so, we need you to be, well, unfrozen. So just keep following this for me if you would. Thank you. Okay, well, one can only imagine just how long you've been stuck out there, and one can only imagine as to why, but these are questions for later. As of now, we need to help you, so we will chip you out of that ice, but of course, my job is unfortunately only to help you become unfrozen, at least for the moment, and unfortunately my insignificant colleagues get the pleasure of talking with you later. How fun. But that is a complaint for another day. For the moment, we should just begin with helping you feel at ease. Wouldn't you agree? Just blink twice for yes. Okay, thank you. So, before anything, we must try to warm you up in order to break through all of this ice. So, luckily, we of my species like to always come prepared for situations like this. This is not the first time that this has happened, believe it or not. With your kind, absolutely. With others, not so much. It seems to be a little trend in these days with that god-forsaking universal media tactic. Oh, I despise it so much. But, again, complaints for another day. Now, let's just try to warm you up with these special gloves. So, just give me a moment. You just, well, I guess you just stay still. Okay, so 3, 2, 1. You should be feeling something, at least. In your case, humans do require to be warm, so we must ensure that you are healthy and relaxed. And from what I've heard, now that I think about it, you humans do go by sound, certain senses, but specifically sound is one of the more important. And too much sound can be rather detrimental. Too little can also be rather stressful. So perhaps we need to help you also relax as well. I did hear some kind of rumor saying that, well, if a human becomes too stressed, it can lead to rather dangerous situations. The person did not specify any more than that, but, well, they were human themselves, so. But let's just try to help you relax. There is one fact I know where we aren't supposed to talk too loudly, so I must ensure that my tone is of satisfactory, what's the word? Satisfactory volume, that's it, but let's just get right into it. I need to have a proper look here. You do not have to follow this light, and we're just going to chip away here. with some special type of tools specifically made for these type of moments. Okay. We're just going to first focus on the toughest and most difficult parts of this first, and then we'll move on to the tinier frozen parts. I apologize, I am not good with writing a script. Okay, so okay, let me just keep an eye on how you're feeling here. We should take your temperature as well. Okay. Yes, I think it is time to take your temperature before anything else, just to make sure that you are doing okay. So let's just have a look here. Minus 150, that seems about right. Okay. Okay, good. Minus 150, 275, that's perfectly okay. I suppose the weather of, well, pure blackness most likely doesn't help either. So let's begin or continue with chipping away at our little pieces here. Perhaps we should focus more on around the sides as well. These are where your hearing modules are, I believe. Could you blink twice for me if that's a yes? Blink once for no. Okay. Well, I suppose it is a good thing that you can at least understand me, so your brain is hopefully functioning rather well. You people only have one brain though, is that correct? Blink twice again for yes. That's very strange. We have three in different parts of the body. Couldn't possibly imagine just having one in your cranium. No, couldn't be me, I'm afraid. Okay, perhaps we should combine these instruments just to try and help smooth things along. So again, just going to chip away at this ice here. Isn't the last I checked on Earth, isn't this around the time of year when it should be getting a little bit chillier? Maybe you just decided to take a trip away from Earth, even though that's in the wrong galaxy. What a shame. Or maybe it's a blessing, depending on how you feel. Humans need to work for their living, don't they? I can perfectly understand why you would want to leave in that case. Nobody wants to work for the man, whatever that means. Okay. Let me do a quick test, just because your eyes seem to be still working. Would you please just follow my little instrument here? Okay, so the eyes are still capable of tracking. That's something at least. Okay, are you capable? You can hear me, yes? Blink twice for yes. Okay, in that case, I would like to just test. Are you able to hear this? And what side? And what side was that on? You can. Interesting. And if I were to say to you, is this sound the same as this one? What would you say? It's not. You are correct. Oh, I would get in so much trouble if my colleagues discovered that I was doing my own personal exam. So delightful. In that case, let's do a quick exam. I promise you now, no harm will be coming to you anytime soon. Once we help you escape this frozen conundrum, we will then take you to our ship and help just examine you to ensure everything is okay and discover where your planet is, if still existing at all. What's that reaction? Your eyes seem to have expanded. Did I say something wrong? Oh well, doesn't matter in that case. Well, let's just help take your mind off of whatever that was. Just do a quick hearing test. So, would you be able to tell me if you can hear this on the left or the right? No cheating now. Keep those eyes closed if you can. Okay. Wait. How can you possibly tell me which side it's on? You cannot speak. Wait, what was that? Was that just your voice? Your voice is doing a So you can kind of. What present is this? How you know what? It doesn't matter. Okay, fine. Can you just hum if you hear this on the left side? And is this on the right side? This may be tougher than I thought. Perhaps we should just get back to helping you out of the ice for the moment while I think this over. You're more than welcome to relax. At the moment, that is a thing that humans do. I'm certainly appreciate relaxation and sleep, which again is one of those things that we are trying to study for your kind. The act of sleeping and requiring sleep, almost like a healing for your cranium. Let me get another light here. I want to have a closer examination of you here. It looks as though the ice is beginning to... what's the word? I can never think. It's beginning to shrink, I guess. Okay. I have heard that humans tend to also have a short attention span, so perhaps we should move on between different things in order to stop you from getting bored. So let's have a look here. Let's try to focus on just the corners here, shall we? Let's get deeper within the sides here. I assume these holes are where these hearing modules, the sound must release. This must be where how you are capable of hearing things, I assume. That is rather interesting. And unlike anything I've ever seen before. we should try to scrape some off now. Let me just wipe some away as well. Should focus on these frozen hearing modules and just brush away any more dust as well, or space dust, as the saying goes. Must combine it between fast and slow movements here. We cannot be too quick, but we can also not be too slow. It must be a combination for balance. But with such, or supposedly anyways, with such a supposedly short attention span, one can only wonder just how you humans keep yourself entertained. Because whilst we can live at least 10 centuries, you can only live 100 years, which seems rather short. And yet, perhaps too long a lifespan can lead to boredom and stagnation. We have, or more like me, I have found myself sometimes spending at least 50 years just sleeping because there isn't that much to do, unfortunately. Okay. Let's see here, what else have we got? Let's try to start breaking up some of this ice. We are making progress now. I'm beginning to see a shape. Let's just combine it again here. The sound seems to be less intense. We need to make it more intense. A human cannot relax without good sounds, and therefore cannot gain trust from other species. We can't have that. Okay, now that's definitely some progress. Now then, this type of shape we're seeing here, your limbs as well, looks like you have one pair of each. I'm seeing 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 shoulders. It's actually, now that I'm noticing, it's actually quite similar to your face here. I see 2 eyes, 1 nose but 2 nostrils, 1 mouth but 2 sets of teeth, and 2 hearing modules as well. That is interesting. Again, kills me that I cannot, that my colleagues will get the chance to investigate this further. How frustrating. Well, in that case, I hope you certainly don't mind, but just for my own personal curiosity, I would like to just do some rudimentary measurements, if that's okay. Oh, your head is moving now? Are you able to, or was it nod? Are you capable of nodding? That's just this? Okay, good, and we have progress. So you are okay with me just taking some measurements. You're very sweet. Thank you very much. Okay. In that case, let's just begin with the head here, if you don't mind. Okay, the numbers never lie. We're seeing a beginning with centimeters, going from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 20, So let's just pull it along here. That's going from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. But let's just adjust this now from number 1. Let's just pull it along here, and that in centimeters, that goes all the way from our friend here to me. That goes all the way to about 80 centimeters. That is incredible. But then what if we just turn it around here and just pull it along again? This goes toward inches, and that's about almost 29 to 30 inches. That's actually incredible. Okay, but then what if we just focus on the front here? Again, we'll start off from number 1, and if we go this close, it could roughly be about 20 centimeters. And then for inches, that's just about 8 inches. That's incredible. But then what if we then focus on just the hearing modules here? They seem to be at least melted enough where we can now define the round shape. Okay, let's just pull it along here. It's because these apparently seem rather long, longer than I possibly imagined. That goes to around just 9 centimeters. That's fascinating. And of course, when you would put that to inches, that's just about 2.5 inches. That is incredible. But then what if we focus on the length as well? We can never forget about the length. Size does matter, after all. And then from just halfway, that goes to about maybe 13 centimeters. And that's roughly just over 5.3 centimeters. Okay, I mean inches, apologies. But then what about this one? Do humans have similarly sized hearing modules? There's only one way to find out. So again, we'll start off with centimeters. This is going only to the halfway point, and that is roughly about 216 centimeters, an entirely different number. But then if we wrap that around, that goes past 18 centimeters. It can go all the way to 32 centimeters, and that is roughly the same as about 13 inches. But then if we go back to inches and start again, and then we do it from this side, and we start off from this number 1 again, that goes to maybe about 6 inches. Okay, but then what if we just wrap it around again? Let's have a look here. That goes to about maybe 11 inches, which is roughly, again, 30 centimeters. Incredible. But then what if we just move them along toward one another? What have we got here? We move it from 1, and then this comes to about, again, 30 centimeters, even from across one another. That is about the same, and that is roughly about 12 inches. Amazing. But then what if we just focus on the face again? Now let's just move it down here. Okay, and then just move it across. That seems about right here, and that's roughly from that angle, that's about 8 centimeters, which is roughly about 3 inches. Okay, but then what if we go diagonal? We can't forget about going diagonal. Never forget about going diagonal. And that's from inches, that's about just 7.5 to 8 inches, which roughly comes to about 21 to 22 centimeters. That's incredible. And then what if we focus on the back as well? But we can't forget about the back. We must readjust here first. It's very important that we just let our measuring tool rest. That we do not want the repeat of, well, the incident. Okay. Okay, now let's start again here. Now, let's be daring. We always want to be daring now, don't we, human? And let's just wrap this around point A. Oh dear. Let's just wrap this around both hearing modules here. We must be very careful. We cannot let them just end up falling off just like that. Okay, and that comes roughly to about, again, oh wait, no, when you wrap them around completely, it comes to about 63 centimeters. What? That is impossible. And 25 inches, my God. Human, you are big. What's for that chuckle? Did I just hear you laugh? What is that? Yeah, it doesn't matter. We must be quick. We must be agile. I think for the moment, That is perfectly okay. I think that is perfectly acceptable. I see now that you seem to be melting rather nicely, so it looks like now we have been able to at least develop your shape. So I think we should be able to take your temperature again. It looks as though you seem to be having, your skin tone seems to be a much nicer color now. It was more blue before, so much like my luscious locks on my gloves. So I say, I'm going to take advantage. I'm just going to get one of your, what's these things in your language? Phalanges? Yes, I think it's phalanges. I'm going to get one of your phalanges. I'm just going to put it in here. So we'll just get one of your phalanges there. Okay, and then we'll just okay, that's about what I thought. Warmer, but not warm enough yet. So let's get your other finger there. I'm just gonna grab one of your phalanges on your other hand and just prepare it. Okay, that roughly comes to about, that's what I thought. Okay, so now in that case I would just like to adorn my special gloves here. I would just like to just have a nice look here and just see what we're dealing with. Now, don't be afraid, it's still just me. I just have something on my face. I have a lot on my face, but you know what I mean. Okay, so let me just get a closer look at you here. I just want to feel around your face. Seems as though you are doing much better now. So it looks like after a nice closer look here, let me just get my other one here. Oh yes, of course this one's broken. Technology, terrible. Okay, so let's just have a look anyways. We'll see here. Looks like, again, 2 eyes, 1 nostril. Looks like 1 mouth. Would you just, are we able just to open here? Yes, we are. Okay. Let me just have a closer look here inside of your mouth. I believe that's what they call it. So let's just have a feel around here. Let's just poke around here. Okay. Just around your mouth here, just on those white bones, I believe the term is. Okay. Yes. Okay, that seems good. Okay, now then let me get a light once more. I'm aware that we have this one here, but sometimes we just want to make absolutely certain here. So let's just keep testing those teeth. So I'm counting. Maybe we should try to count the teeth as well. Maybe it should be more like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. And then that's about 16 on the bottom. And then what about the top here? We've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that's be about 32 teeth in total. Okay. But now I think maybe it looks as though you still have a little bit of ice within your mouth. Now we can, of course, it looks as though it's melted enough to where your mouth is open, but you still cannot speak. So again, let's just, let me just have a look here on the inside. This should not hurt in the slightest. I think overall it should just take a little bit more time before you are ready to go. It looks as though you can moving, and the fact that you're not trying to run away, that tells me that maybe you would see me as a friend. Okay, maybe not a friend, maybe that's a bit too far at the moment. Okay, that's looking very nice. And then let me just, I would just like to quickly measure your mouth as well. And of course, let's keep this between us and not tell my colleagues that I'm technically breaking the rules right now by just having a look around your personage. Technically, you are almost completely unfrozen, so really I should not be doing this, but again, we'll keep that between us, okay? Okay, in fact, I think we can remove these for the moment. Hi. And let's have a look at your mouth here. So overall, it seems that your mouth is rather stable. I would say thankfully you are not, it doesn't seem as though you're losing any mouth bones either. That's the important thing. So let's just have a good feel around it, and let's just poke around your mouth as well. Just test those mouth bones again. It seems as though I've noticed there is something wriggling inside of your mouth. Is that a pet? Maybe, or possibly a friend? I'm not really sure, but it seems to dislike our instruments here, unfortunately, so maybe we should just stop. Okay, it looks as though perhaps we are almost finished. I would just like to do one more quick test on your eyes, and I would just like to see, just to measure the distance between two here, because you have two very beautiful pair in a colour I've never seen before. So I would just like to just see, are you capable of tracking both here? Let's have a look here. Okay, so are you able to track it over here? Are you able to track it over here? Okay, and then if I move it like this, are you able to tell me if this is in the bottom or the top? Is this in the bottom or the top? And is this sitting on the line or is it between the line? Okay, let's bring it a bit closer. Is it sitting on the line or is it between the line? Okay, and is it on the left or the right? And is it on the left or the right? Is it inside the box or is it out of the box? Okay, and are you able to just, let's bring this out here. Are you able to just follow the light here? Very, very good, human. Very good. Okay. And again, let's just measure the distance again. We will put the light away for the moment. Let's just have a look here. Okay, so it looks like, much like the other measuring the numbers of plants. Let's just have a look here. If we just bring that out and just bring that, yeah, are they symmetrical? Yes, they are. And then if we just bring it out a little bit more, pull it out. Again, perfectly symmetrical. Okay, but then what if we just move this upside down here? What if we just focus on the bottom? Okay, let's just pull that along here. Now we must pull this out like that. That seems perfectly acceptable. And then what if we just do this again? Okay, pull it along slightly, move it a little bit closer. That's still capable. And then if we just push that together and then move it much closer, that seems okay. Okay, now then, human, let's just do a couple more tests, and then we are finished. So, how many fingers, or excuse me, how many phalanges am I holding up right now? Okay, and how many right now? And is this hand the same as this hand? How many fingers am I holding up? How many fingers? Is my glove the same color as my hair? It's a tough one, isn't it? How about at the top? Is my glove the same color as my hair? Is my skin the same color as my mouth? Is our location the same color as my glove? Okay, and in that case, we will do one more thing here. Would you be able to tell me when the light is off? Just follow it for me, and then just tell me when it turns itself off. Okay, do it again for me. Okay, very well done. Okay, excellent work. Okay, bravo. I think we've established that, well, you're at least still alive, and it seems as though you are rather healthy. So, to finish off, I would like to do one to warm you up again, just to make sure that you are absolutely okay. So, now that you're capable, are you able? Humans require oxygen, yes? I mean, I suppose they would, otherwise you wouldn't be alive right now. So, tell me, are you capable of taking any deep breaths? Human lungs are capable of inhaling oxygen, yes? So, I would like you just to take one deep breath for me in, and then breathe out. Okay, now let's get you nice and warmed up on this very cold day in space, this very cold space night. And then we will send you off to the Meridian's medical facility, and then we will, another deep breath in and out, and then we will send you back to your home world. Just feeling nice and toasty, helping you relax and possibly fall asleep. I do notice that you are struggling to keep your eyes open, so perhaps maybe time for a sleep before we send you back. There's no trouble at all. By the time you do wake up, you should be back in your bed on whatever planet you came from. But I think we can safely say that you are alive and well, and I would like to have a talk with you later, just figuring out why you were out there in space. So, guys, hello. This right here, this is not what it looks like. I'm just helping the human. The human is literally just unfrozen right this moment. You have not been here for 10 minutes. You have not seen anything. You just arrived this moment. You are lying to... Where did you get that blaster? Derek, put the blaster down. Put the...